Alright, okay, so we're back for. I really need to figure out. Oh, thanks, phone. My phone does, at this point, decides this is the time to send a message. I'm like, thanks for that, that's fucking brilliant, isn't it? It's gonna go off again. How far that in silent at the moment. So, right now, essentially, um, right now, essentially, what we've got is a new episode, new series. This time it's Fantastic Four. I did say that, but last time. And again, I am watching this at 11:15. I really need to figure out a decent time of actually watching this that's not late at night. Considering it's pretty much the exact same time I started watching X-Men last night. Yeah, this was only like a day ago. For me, this will probably be a bit later for you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna say the same again since this is a brand new series. I am watching these all in order, and essentially, I'm probably not going to be having an edited version in which like the clips from the show are going to be there, just because I don't really have the time. I'm bored, but this is something to pass the time during isolation. It's not so much meant to be like, I want to say I'm coming back to YouTube, but I don't know. This is more just something fun, and I was like, hey, I've got my own YouTube channel, I can just fire them up here, allow other people to enjoy it, just have a bit of a laugh really. It's not meant to be taken so seriously, and yeah, maybe you guys missed me, maybe you guys didn't. Maybe you're like, who the fuck is this guy? But at the same time, that's the entire point. Make sure you have the full length episode at the side, otherwise you'll have no idea what the fuck I'm on about. So best place to find it here is Disney Plus. This is where I'm watching everything. Disney Plus just has all these night shows, so I'm able to just watch through them in order, and it's going to be a good time, hopefully. Like I said, there's potentially other ways to find these episodes. I have no clue where to find them, but I'm pretty sure you guys can find them if you're absolutely desperate and you don't want to pay for Disney Plus. It's not judging or anything, that's just kind of how it is. I think I just made that a million times worse with the way I voiced it. But no, I don't mean that in a bad way. Yeah, so in terms of Fantastic Four, my experience with the animated show is I'm pretty sure I've seen the first 5 minutes of one episode at some point. Like I said, I think it was about 6 or 7, maybe even 8 at the time when I watched it, and I fucking hated it. I hate it with a fucking passion. It felt too kid friendly even then, and that's kind of saying something, because to be fair, I would say 90s X-Men so far, it was much so it was a kid's show, it was also a bit more mature than I expected at points. You could see that it felt, it had a slight edge to it. It was still like clearly intended at kids, but it seems like the sort of thing you would expect for like an 8-year-old to watch and be like, oh yes, I'm like an adult now. Fantastic Four felt more like your typical 5-year-old sort of thing from what I remember, and I was just not down for that. Now, since then, I've kind of got a lot more knowledge on the Fantastic Four, so I might be able to appreciate a bit more. I'm kind of aware of it through a lot of stuff. I did start liking a lot of the characters. Funny enough, I was introduced mainly through the films, which have as in like the Chris Evans films. They kind of brought in a bit of love for the characters and the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. That's kind of my knowledge of these characters. I'm kind of familiar with their basic origins and some of their villains, like the Skrulls and Doctor Doom and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, basically, it's a very basic knowledge that I have of them. They're not someone that a group that I go purposely into reading. I have basic like facts here and there, I'm interested to see what's happening. Now, I do know that the scrolls do appear in this because it's in like the first little bit of image in like one of the episodes, but I have no idea when the fuck I'm popping into that episode because I have not checked the thing. Anyway, I'm rambling on a lot, so let's just jump into this. Let's just start watching this because I just realised how long it is and I'm not planning on editing these down. We'll end up talking for like hours. So yeah, let's just jump in. I'm kind of glad that that spacebar did not work because I didn't even do a countdown. So it's starting at 000. All episodes I will start at 000. And like I said, it's the Disney Plus version. So 3 starting. Make sure that you do have like one version. The best way to do it is probably just split your screen, have like one part of the screen, me have one part of the screen. The episodes. I think that's the best way to work it. I have no idea. Like I said, I'm actually kind of new to this. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. This is just more for fun. I'm not planning on turning this channel into a reaction channel. So yeah, all that sort of stuff. So I'll be starting the episode. I still haven't figured out how to start these properly. Starting the episode in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. I remember. Oh god. I remember this intro with like this is really fucking difficult already. I think it's fair to say that the X-Men theme tune is a lot better. I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if I got past the intro. I might have not even got past the intro when I was 5. It's like the complete opposite end of the 90s. The Origin of the Fantastic Four, Part 1. Alright. Are we just fighting Namor? We're just jumping into a Namor fight. Alright. Oh fucking hell, you're just destroying Atlantis at this point now. Oh shit, he's got the conch. You know what that means. He's gonna like go full Aquaman. Just like pissing off so many like Namor fans at this point already. Oh yes, this is it. I'm assuming this is the Kraken, kind of like what Aquaman does. Alright. That was a bit anticlimactic. Dick Clark's Scholarship. I couldn't even read that last bit. It's a really weird font. This has just completely changed the tone. What the fuck is the tone of this? What is this? So let me get this straight. It starts off with like the big, like a proper 90s cheesy theme. Then it turns into like a big action sequence, and then it turns into like a talk show. You know what? At least they're not getting drunk and going into a teleporter. Good old Ben. I love how 90s Johnny looks. Johnny is like the most 90s looking character I've ever seen in this one. He's just one costume. Promise not to explain everything when we're up there. I think we figured out how Ben got his powers. Well, the citizens of New York are a bit fucked. I feel really sorry for them. Just a rocket launching right next to theirs, like in the middle of their city. Where the fuck was Ben hiding? I really shouldn't laugh at that. It's fucking great. I'm loving this show already. They're just like spazzing out. It's great. I mean, at least it makes sense why. Right. Okay. Telethon. That was the final word. That makes sense. Well then. Is this just what this kind of episode's gonna be? Why is his skin just changed? Reed? Reed, are you okay? Why is Reed's skin colour just changed? Everyone's skin colour's changed. Is this my video? Is everybody else's skin colour just changed? I'm starting to doubt. I don't know if they actually have. They have surely changed. Yeah, just add like a slight bit of urgency, Sue. Well, Okay. No? I mean, that took like such a long time, but we're gonna sent it. And Sean is just. I don't, fucking just. Alright, we're just gonna create the names already. We're just gonna call them the thing. That sounds so sarcastic, but like Ben's story is actually rather tragic. They just kind of gloss over that. Yeah, their skin's just become a lot darker. I've no idea why. Everybody else's is like. Wait, where were they staying before though? I mean, like. Who's, who's that? Who's he talking to? Just wobble them. Fucking hell. How is he so big? He could just like what? The flames! Well, maybe if you looked you would actually see. Oh right, okay, she's... Wait, so is she actually blind? Because that kind of just ruined the entire point I was making. Just move out my way so I can just run out of TV. Alright. Why is there so much laughter? The amount of fucking zooms right at thing's face. But what was his name? I kind of missed his name. Wait, unless they did say Tinkerer, because that was who I was thinking at first, but I don't think that's Tinkerer. Because I'm pretty sure Tinkerer's a Spider-Man villain. And he's much more like a scientist. He's just like perfectly painted him. With like a couple of strokes. That's like a proper talent. You should enter an art competition with that. Right, stop playing cosplaying as a blind person. I think I might be too old for this show. Maybe too young actually. When did they get the costumes? He is basically just fire. It's just sort of... Oh, I fucking love it. Oh, doesn't she end up in a relationship with him? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. Oh well. I don't know, is she really that gullible? I don't think that's how gas works. They don't just... Well, I guess you could suck it back up. puppet master. That makes a bit of sense, I guess. So wait, is she still going to be blind? I don't really know, like, how the plan is going to work. So, right. It will master anyone he wishes. You need to be careful of that guy. That guy screams. He's terrifying, he screams. Alright, okay, so just to just to finish the episode, I kind of got threatened by the thing. So, that's a good way to end it. So yeah, this is kind of not what I expected, in the sense of I actually kind of thought I would be pleasantly surprised. Um, I think in a way it's kind of as cheesy as I expected. I think unlike the 90s X-Men, it's a lot more child focused. Um, I found myself laughing a whole lot more at it than I did with X-Men. Um, I think it's definitely very tough to like grasp what they're doing with it. I think the issue is with like the Fantastic Four is the Fantastic Four can easily be a very kid friendly TV show, but it can also very easily be a much more adult focused TV show because there's two different sides that they can deal with. They can deal with more like the tragic aspects and like a lot of the character relationships and things like that. But I feel like the tone they're going for more is much more like, oh, the happy family that'll always save the day. So I think they've got like the rough aspects of the characters rather than the. I don't think they're going to gain. I think maybe as the series goes on, they might add a lot more complexity to the characters. But as it stands right now, I think it's more likely that it's going to be the tone for a while, in which it's just very weird, very wacky, but like not in a good way, in a very dated way. I think this is definitely the most dated one. I've only watched two so far, but I can imagine this one being the most dated. I think that potentially, or Iron Man, which is funny enough next. I think Iron Man could potentially be dated, but I think it's entirely possible with Iron Man they might be able to keep it. I'm fully aware with Iron Man, and they're going to drop out a lot more of the mature stuff and his storylines. But to be fair, we kind of got like that. I feel like the Iron Man we're going to get in that series is going to be much more similar to how it is in the MCU at this point. But a film ago. Rather than so much like him at the start of the MCU, where he's a lot more dick and much more broken. I think he might still be a bit of a dick, but I think he's gonna be much more of a hero and not have as much darkness. So I think with that, the Iron Man series might work. I don't think this is working so far. I'm pushing forward with it. I'm going to have to push forward with it, but this is going to be a really fucking difficult one, I can tell. So, yeah. I'm hoping it gets better because I do want to enjoy it. And the thing is, the Fantastic Four do have a lot of really good villains. But this whole idea of a talk show is just such a weird and bizarre choice. And it really conflicts with the whole childish sort of tone that it's going for. I think that's the thing. It wants to be really childish and really like your typical cartoon, but at the same time I feel like it's trying to appeal to adults, but it doesn't know how to. So it's like, oh, we'll turn it into a talk show. And you're like, but does it work? And no. So yeah. That's currently where my mind is with it. I'll watch the next episode. I'm watching 2 episodes at a time anyway. And hopefully it'll improve. If not, well, I'm continuing on with it anyway because it's still part of the canon. It's just going to be something that I'm probably going to dread, and I think there might be a point in which throughout the series I'm going to keep giving it a go. I'm never going to like go into an episode of one, right, okay, I know exactly what I'm getting into, because I always do want to enjoy it myself, but if not, just be prepared for a lot more jokes on these ones, rather than me going, hey, that's pretty good. I did compliment on one thing that they did quite well, which I can't even remember because it was pretty much overshadowed instantly, but I think the whole reveal of the Invisible Woman was quite cool, in terms of like when she was spotted. That's pretty much it though. When you've done one thing right in an episode, that's not a good thing. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm going to leave it just now. 2 days from now, the next episode will be up, so I'll see you then, I guess. So yeah, see ya.